Hello, my beautiful beings. It's Cecilia. Welcome back to Ancient Healing Crystals. I've got a smoky quartz today, and I've got a beautiful message for you. You are a light in the world. You are a radiant light in the world, even on days where you feel so disconnected from that and so lost and so blah. You still are. Your very existence is on purpose. It literally is on purpose. You are here for a reason. The source of all that is decided to create you exactly as you are for a reason, and is giving you your breath, your awareness in this very now moment for a reason. This is not an accident. None of this is an accident. You are meant to be exactly where you are right here, right now. So let's just take a moment and appreciate that. We're meant to be here, right now, exactly as we are. We are being created on purpose right now. It's happening. Here we are still. How amazing is that? You are who you are meant to be. You are where you are meant to be. And you are a light in this world. You are a much needed light in this world of polarity. And I just want to talk about that. When you can be authentically yourself in any situation that you possibly can be, sometimes it's hard because we've got these wounds and we've got fear and all of this stuff that sometimes keeps us small. So if you're not always being authentic, don't beat yourself up. If you're doing the best you can, that's enough. So when we can be our authentic selves, whatever that looks like, whether our authentic self is so silly or so, into reading or into crystals or loves art or whatever it is, our authentic self is just you as you are, speaking your truth, being yourself, allowing things to light you up. When you can be in that authenticity, you are lighting up the world just by being you. That's all you have to do. It's really that simple. How can you be in that authenticity right now? Right now. Is there something you've been holding back from saying or doing or taking a leap of faith because you're living by other people's expectations or societies or whatever? That's for you to figure out. That's for you to realize, hey, am I not being authentic in this situation? Am I not truly living for me? The best thing you can do for literally anyone is to be yourself and be authentic to yourself, even if it triggers other people. Because when you trigger other people, here's another thing I've learned about being a light in the world. When you are shining your light and healing and deepening your awareness, living your authentic truth, not by society standards or your families or your friends or your peers, when you're starting to live your life based on your truth and not let other people's limitations limit you, you are going to trigger the fuck out of people. And that is not your problem. You are actually doing them a favor, because when we get triggered, it's a blessing. It shows us where we're still holding on to shadows and wounds, and when we get triggered, there's pain in us that is getting triggered, and that trigger is showing us where we're not being authentic, where we're not living authentically, where we're still holding on to this pain, holding on to the past, and not able to just let it go and be in this moment with ourselves. That is that trigger. It's where we're still living in the past and not fully here with ourselves, fully embodied. And that's a blessing to see that. And some people aren't going to think of that as a blessing. Some people are going to get so triggered that they cut you out of their life entirely because they can't even handle they can't handle the light. They don't want to change. They don't want to grow. They don't want to see their wounds. They don't want to see their shadows. And you being that light forces this light, this illumination on their own shadow. And they hate that. And guess what? That is not your problem. If people are committed to not growing, not living authentically, not being happy, not serving others, not leaving the world a better place than they left it, that's not your problem. Those aren't your people that you're meant to help. Even though you are helping them, you don't have to focus on them. They're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. You being this light though, it will trigger people's shadows if they're in that shadow, but it will also light people up who are focusing on that light, who are focusing on their own growth and awareness and authenticity. You being that light will light up the people who are also seeking to be that light, working on embodying that light. So basically do whatever the fuck you want. If people get triggered at it, that's their problem. You don't have to worry about it. You're actually doing them a favor, and if they take that favor and grow from it, that's great. Because when we're being our authentic selves, we're never actually hurting anyone. At the core, we're all love. We're all these beautiful, innocent souls. I truly believe this. Even the most disconnected, lost people here, at the core, they are love. They are just so disconnected. And when you are being authentic, when you are tuned into that core of you, which is love, loving awareness, presence, joy, childlike exploration and expansion and fun, when you are tuned into that, you're not going to hurt anyone. And if someone is hurt, that's their own stuff going on inside of them that they have to work through on their own, or are going to continue to hide from for lifetimes to come. It's up to them. That's not up to you. You've got to just be you. Focus on your growth, focus on your journey, focus on your healing, and trust that you'll light up the people you're meant to light up. And that's enough. And if the person you're meant to light up is just you, and you don't light up anyone else around you ever, that's enough too. Because what's the whole point if you're not enjoying the journey? If you are not enjoying that light for yourself? It's funny because so much of life is paradoxical, and in serving ourselves truly tuning in and serving ourselves by healing, enjoying what we do, following our hearts, following our intuition, by truly serving ourselves, we can truly serve others. That is totally different than serving yourself from a lens of fear of, I need to do this so I can be safe and get money and hide away from the world and whatever. Like, not that any of those things are bad if they're your true desires, because maybe you do want to hide away from the world. Maybe that is not judging. We all are here for different explorations of consciousness, but with authenticity, when you're being authentic, you're never going to actually hurt anyone. Because as you tune into who you truly are, which is love at the core, you just want to give. You just want to give. And when you're tuned into fear, you naturally want to take because you're terrified. And that's okay. And so our job here to be authentic, to be the light you came to be, is learn to be safe within yourself. Heal a whole lot of shit. And just trust that you are who you're meant to be, exactly as you are. The things that light you up, the passions that light you up, the things that excite you and make you feel good, that's what you're here for. Like for me, I love crystals, you guys. I love them. For like 2 years, I felt so much shame around how many crystals I had. I was like, what's wrong with me? That's literally, I was made to love crystals. That's literally this like ego that I've got going on right now. That's just part of my path, and it's part of my joy and play and journey here, and I get to have fun with it. I don't have to hate it or shame it, because when I'm shaming myself for what I love, I'm also looking at others for what they love and judging them. Because you really have to tune into yourself, love yourself first, feel safe within yourself, and then go out into the world. And it's okay. It's all gonna be okay. If you feel like a little bit lost and you're like, I don't even know where to start with all this, because I'm just so excited. I'm just like speaking this whole big, beautiful message to all you guys, and there's a lot of information in here. And if you don't know where to start, like, okay, how do I be authentic when I feel so shut down? Or how do I be authentic when I feel so lost or confused or scared or worried about what others are going to think, or worried about money or any of those things? Simply ask right now with me, ask your higher self, ask your higher consciousness, ask your source, ask God, ask the universe, whatever you want to call it. Hey, if there's anything out there that is shining the sun, if there's anything out there that is tweeting the birds, if there's anything out there that's beating my heart for me that I'm not consciously aware of doing, can you help me to embark on this path of authenticity? Can you help me to be free? Free from the need to please others, free from the need to do anything that doesn't feel fully right in my heart and soul. Help me. Show me the way. I am ready to be led. I'm ready to be guided. I'm ready to show up and do my part and be all in on my life. Show me the way. And now you have asked for help, and trust that it will come, and it'll come in the form of a new book recommendation, a podcast, a YouTube video that pops up. It'll come in the form of some insight or inspiration that randomly arises from within. It'll come in the form of a conversation with a friend or a loved one that makes you feel like, oh yeah, that's an exciting idea. That's an exciting possibility. It will show up for you. Trust that it will, and it will. Just be patient and go live your life. This is your one life. How do you want to live it? Tuned in, committed, all in. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's live and light up the world. Let's do it. That's all there is to it. Bye.